Hey, I'm Don Benedict with Adams of the Graphing. Welcome to Cannabis and Coffee with Don. All right, today we are here meeting with David Powers from HempRolls. Nice to have you with us, David.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so you were from Tennessee, and you had moved out to Colorado.
Correct.
And you were working in the cannabis field there.
Yes.
You saw this opportunity, had heard about the Farm Bill in Tennessee, and so you came back here and just created HempRolls from the beginning.
Yep. I started back in early June. Partnered with my father-in-law at first to grow hemp. Around July, I'd partnered with another company here in town. We launched HempRolls. So for the past 6 months, we've been doing product development, finding relationships like yourself to get packaging and really get a high-end, sophisticated product. And we've really launched over the past month and started getting our product in a bunch of stores locally and finally getting some national traction. And it seems like it's starting to take off a little bit, but just kind of
Well, it should, man. I mean, it looks great. We did these packages with you. I talked to you about using this soft touch aqueous on there. I think it just creates a really good look.
It does. We wanted a high-end product, but we also want to make it affordable. So when you grab this product, you're not getting a traditional Marlboro or a low-quality product. You can feel the difference. Just kind of our motto, experience the difference, taste the difference. So, from the inside of the product to what you smoke and consume to the packaging itself, it kind of puts that same branding and messaging across the board.
Yeah, because I would assume, since it's kind of a wide open field, that it's just brand new, a lot of people trying to get in it and so forth. It's probably tough for you to, what is the difference between your product and their product?
Absolutely. Really, what we pride ourselves on, what's in the actual hemp roll itself.
Sure.
You break down another company's product, they're using a lot of biomass. They're spraying it with synthetic terpenes to give it a flavor because they've derived all the CBD and the cannabinoids out of it. With our product, you don't have to do that. It's just all natural hemp. We grow it locally. It's all organically grown. We put everything in there so we can control the process from start to finish. We know what goes in our product.
So how's it been going? You've been out for a month and you've been out talking to some different retailers.
Correct. So it's going well. Really doing a lot of the marketing and branding myself and doing most of the sales. We haven't really had a chance to hire on people yet. We're still so young and trying to stay lean as a company. So myself and my partner Lou, we're kind of hitting the stores and focused on Nashville, done a little bit of sales in Asheville, going to Knoxville, kind of the surrounding areas. But to start, we really want to focus on Chattanooga. This is where our base, this is where our home is. We feel like if we can't get a following here, then how can you expect to get it nationally?
Can you talk about how much CBD is in these?
Yeah, so these right here have about 8% CBD per...
8%?
Correct. Per cigarette. Or hemp roll, as we like to call them. So there's about 8% in each one. You're looking about a gram per stick. So that's roughly 80 milligrams per, single unit.
That's a lot.
It is.
I think I've seen some of them, they're not even 1.
Right. The average is about 1 to 3%. The highest I've seen is 3. There are a few other companies that are out there trying to do it right, but the problem is the price is so high. So your daily consumer can't go and afford them. We've worked hard to specialize our project to get our costs low, to get it down to $10 to the consumer. That way it competes with, traditional cigarette pack.
Yeah, and they get all the benefit of the CBD,
Correct.
Which can help them relax if they're feling tension or a little bit stressed because they're quitting cigarettes.
Absolutely.
I would think that would be a big plus.
It is.
With the action, the habit as well, but just making you feel calmer and more relaxed. It's got to be a plus.
It has to be. When you're having that withdrawal from nicotine after transitioning from a cigarette to our product, that CBD can kind of help that, help the pain, help the relaxation, so you're not, constantly wanting to smoke another cigarette.
It's been a lot of years, but I also quit cigarettes and would have felt like something like this would have been very helpful at the time,
Nice
because
transition.
It was just, you gotta let it go.
Have to.
A lot of people do that. So, gotta let it go. There's not
to.
gonna do you any good anymore.
It's not.
So if I am doing this and I'm smoking it, it's not going to affect me as far as my thinking and my mental capacity, right?
So since it's CBD, federally compliant, there's no psychoactive properties to it. So hemp is classified as below 0.3 total THC. So our products contain high CBD, there's no THC in this, virtually none. So I think ours has about 0.19% total THC. So your average consumer is not going to smoke this, have any psychoactive effects or any high associated with traditional cannabis. You're just going to get all the other benefits, some pain relief, inflammation relief, and that relaxation that you're speaking of.
Right.
So, that's kind of why we created this product as well. So a lot of people that, traditionally smoke cannabis who are trying to switch off of the cannabis and not have that psychoactive effect, but they still want to relax and have that feeling, they can smoke our 10-pack, which is more of a traditional joint made with a natural hemp paper and a biodegradable filter. But it looks more like your traditional cannabis joint, to where you can smoke it, get that same feeling, but you're not going to get high. So, you can go on lunch break and smoke one and come back and not, be high and not be able to do your job.
It still work.
Right.
Or whatever, depending on your drug testing at work or so forth.
Right, that's one thing we like to stress too, is there is trace amounts of THC in there. Like I said, about 0.19. So depending on your employer, you can still get drug tested, and that may result in you losing your job. So we always like to let people know that if you do get drug tested, this may not be the product for you. And that's kind of with most CBD anyways, but things are changing, the laws are changing, people are becoming more aware, so we'll see how it plays out in the next year, but for now, I just like to always put that disclaimer out there.
Yeah, because even if you were just doing CBD oil, you would not pass a drug test.
A lot of times. There's been a lot of stories of people who are having government jobs that lost their job because of that, so we just like to really stress that point.
Do you have anything that you want to say? It's been a pleasure to work with you. We've learned a lot as we've gone through this process. It's been a fun process.
It has, and having partners like you and Chris who are able to start from a design that, concept that started in my head that Chris is able to put on paper and show me mock-ups, and take that from once we approve it to go to you, who could take that time with each individual product and really have that personal touch and feeling of, all right, this is what it's going to look like, this is how it's going to be before we print, 10, 15,000 of them. It's honestly been a blessing having someone like you during that process to help us, take this off the ground, and even better that it's local, so we can meet like this and talk about it and kind of see what it's going to be, because, unfortunately, this industry packaging is everything. You can have a great quality product, your packaging doesn't look good, people aren't going to go in and pick it up off the shelf and buy it.
Yeah, you remember when we were talking first about it, and we talked about the hemp rolls, and I said that maybe we want to try this soft touch aqueous.
Right.
What the soft touch aqueous does is it creates kind of a waxy feel, a real soft feel to the box and the carton, so that when you hold it, it feels really good in your hand, right?
Right.
Did you agree with that? You think it does?
Absolutely. When you first brought it to me, I decided to just go with the regular, not soft touch here, and it's a great looking product. The print looks amazing, but once you put this in my hand, I felt it. I was like, nope, this is what we're doing long term. It just feels great. It's something you want to hold. You don't want to put it down, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and colors just printed on there great. And it's kind of what we decided to do with our packs as well. Once you take the cellophane off, you get the soft touch on the pack. That way, every time you pull it out, you get a feel that higher end feeling to it.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of that when you feel that kind of, it feels like a quality paper.
Right.
People know that they're dealing with a better product just because they're feeling it. They haven't tasted it, smelled it, or anything. They just can tell this is not something that's real cheap.
Absolutely. And that first, couple seconds that you engage a consumer, that can mean anything. So if I grab this and it doesn't feel as good, but I grab this and this feels better, my mind's going to think this is a higher end product just because of the way it feels and looks.
Yeah. And I'm sure if you're going out to a store owner who's thinking about putting the product in there, when you pull it out and show it to them, they're like, oh, wow, that looks good.
Yeah, that's actually the most feedback I got on my recent sales trip. I went to about 20 stores in 2 days, and every single person I talked to said they love our packaging and branding, just the way it feels. It's kind of setting ourselves apart from the rest of the industry.
Yeah, well, David, it was great to talk to you, man. I really appreciate your time to come out here and share with everybody, because we're trying to tell a story to a lot of different people who want to be in the cannabis CBD industry and don't really know where to start.
Right.
And you have taken it from the ground and created a great product. You've taking it all the way out there to retail and the consumer. You really have a great story to tell, and I hope that a lot of people can learn from watching and seeing what it is that you've done. So I really appreciate you taking the time to come out.
I appreciate you having me and let me kind of share that story and experience with you. It's been a lot of work, and it's going to continue to be more work, but that's why we do it. We want to make a change for people, and we want to make a lasting change by giving them higher quality products and things that they can actually trust. And
that's great.
That's what it takes, building partnerships, relationships, and it's been a pleasure.
It's been a great partnership, man. Thanks. So I'm Don Benedict with Adams Lithographing. You can find me on donbenedict.com or also adamslitho.com. Thank you very much for watching Cannabis and Coffee with Don. Stay tuned. We got more good stuff.